Welcome back. How to work with this course. Let's make this video nice and concise. I gave emphasis on self-responsibility rather than step-by-step guidance. And the reason why I was doing that is the following. It is very hard to describe a step-by-step process that works for everybody. It's a nice thing to imagine that, but it's not necessarily the way that it works. Rather, I want to empower you to find the answers for yourself on the things that you don't know and how to implement that for yourself. See, what we try to do is to give structure and clarity on the concept and the practice of aliveness, but the way you do it, the way it fits best for you, is up to you to design how to implement those learnings and how to implement those exercises that I will give you. So self-responsibility over step by step. As I said, I'm not your parent, I'm not responsible for the decisions that you make, so you have to do them by yourself. And there is a great deal of freedom that comes from that as well. The second thing that I want to mention is notes. Please do take notes. Studies have shown over and over that we retain much more if we actually write it, but I do not necessarily recommend writing it with the hand. I rather recommend writing it out digitally, and for that I would recommend to make 2 documents. And if you have like a PC, a Windows, you can drag it to the sides, and then it automatically matches the screen, so you can actually have like the video on one side and the other 2 documents above each other, so you have basically like 3 vistas. And you can do it. How that works on Mac, I don't know, because I do not own one and never have. So taking notes, because it derives the roots of learning quite deep, and take it digitally. And try to be smart about that, write down your aha moments, the things that really have hit you deeply emotionally, and write those out so you can review them later on. You might even want to come up with a color code for yourself. And it makes sense to take some time about the strategy, how to take notes, but this is not up to me to say that how you do it. It's a suggestion, and you come up with the ways yourself. And the changes you want to make, and also the objections, So you have like the great aha moments that really from the content, what I kind of say along the lines of the video, like the aha moments, then the changes you want to make, like the actions that you suggest for yourself, in addition to the action steps that I suggest, and the objections. And with the objections, it is also very important, because it's so easy to reject an entire module or an entire course or the entire way of learning if you reject just one thing. So let me repeat that. If you find something that you do not quite correspond with, you don't feel that's right for you, or you don't agree with it, it's so easy and quick that we reject the course in the entirety and say, this damn thing doesn't really work for me. So please do not do that. Write down your objections and then try to come up with the answers for yourself. Why does it actually make sense and feel right? What's another way to looking at that? How can we still do it? Whatever the objection might be, try to come up with a way that is empowering, that can make this course work for you. Because here's the truth. I'm not saying this course is flawless, but what I'm saying is every flaw that you find in the course, you can actually use as an advantage. And to find that, this is mindset training in itself. So I encourage you to do that. To find the upside in everything that you don't agree with, yet you find as an objection. And after all, you get the PowerPoint slides after every module, so that you can find the videos more easily. Because I know sometimes I tend to talk in an extended fashion about a topic that I find interesting, and the video might end up taking 10 minutes, which is a lot of time to re-watch the whole thing, if you just need one note or like one part of the video that you would like to review. So for that, I've given you the PowerPoint slides, so you can go through my notes that I use, that are here on the screen, so that you can find the video that you're actually seeking much easier and much quicker. So it all aids the intensity of the learning. And another action step I would like you to take is that. Create and structure now 2 documents, preferably digitally, whatever way you pronounce that, in a digital way, on your computer, and set up your notes. you know, maybe you want to make 3 sections, you know, the aha moments, the changes you want to make, and the objections that you have. And then another piece of note for the exercises, the action steps. And maybe you want to name them and structure them in the way that I've done, like 2.2, you know, 3.1, 1.3. So you have like an overview, and you can also note down the video in which those action steps occurred. And if you don't do that, you also find that in the PowerPoint. So like do 2 notepads, you know, open them in a Word document or whatever you use. So one for the action steps, for the exercises that we do, so you can review them separately, and one for the things that I've mentioned before. So that you really have an efficient way to work with this course. See you in the next video.